What's going on, YouTube? You know, I've been hitting you over the head with a couple Mexican dishes. Now I'm going to take it into my culture, and I'm going to start showing you one of the most popular and most common Trinidadian dishes called stewed chicken. It's a Trinidadian Creole dish, but the cooking method is basically it's African through and through. What you do is you end up seasoning your meat, letting it marinate usually a couple hours or overnight. Then you actually caramelize some sugar to a deep amber, and then you pour in that marinated chicken, and you will basically start to stew it into that, and it will end up creating a rich brown sauce with it, because between the chicken spewing its own juices, the marinade, etc., they're all going to play a factor in creating the finalized dish. So what I'm going to end up doing here is I'll show you the caramelizing part, then we'll get it started, and I'll cook the chicken through, and then we'll cut there, and then I'll come back and show you pretty much the ending part of this. Alright, so what you want to go ahead and do is you'll start to caramelize your sugar. You want to go ahead and take a look at that. Alright, what you're going to end up doing is you're going to want a deep caramel here. It's going to smoke on you a little here, so make sure you got a window open, it's well ventilated, etc. But you want a dark, it's almost like, you know, Creoles in Louisiana do when they make a roux. When they make a roux, they got to get it a nice deep color to get to impart flavor. So pretty much the same thing here. So it's going to get smoky for a minute here, but you want a deep amber. It'll almost look burnt for a second there, but in truth it won't be. Go ahead and add your chicken. Stir it up nice in here. Okay. Alright, you got your marinated meat. Stir it up into that caramelized sugar. It's going to help to create color and flavor. You want to, you know, cook it in here a couple minutes. You know, I got some minced garlic, onions. You know, we got our green seasoning, which I'll post up to show you how to do that. It's basically a Trinidadian, it's almost like sofrito, which the Puerto Ricans use. It's got fresh oregano, thyme, garlic, parsley, cilantro. That's if you can't get shadow benny, which is Spanish culantro. Alright, you kind of blend that up, and you help add that to the chicken to marinate it. It goes in a few different dishes that we use. But like I said, just go ahead and stir this up for a little bit. You know, keep it on a high heat at the first couple minutes of cooking here. Mind you, I haven't even added any liquid to this yet, and it's already sprung its own juice from the marinade time. But what I'll do is I'll eventually add some chicken stock to it. Or you can add water if you want. And some people prefer coconut milk as well. You can add that. I'll decide when I'm cooking it if I'm going to do that or not. But I'll go ahead on the side panel there, and also on my my blog I will post the recipe for it. So the basic recipe. This basically is a poor man's dish, and you can flip this any which way you want. It's totally you're personable. You can personalize it however you like. You know, add a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know, and you make your dish. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that brown. Alright, so what we'll go ahead and do is, this is what it looks like. It's not complete yet, but when I come back I'll show you the rest. Alright? Alright, we'll be back. Alright, so we're back. Stewed chicken's been cooking about 30-35 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you the few pointers that you'll need to pay attention to when you do cook this. First of all, well, before I even do that, this episode right here is going to be dedicated to my older brother Earl. who I didn't get to show how to properly caramelize and get a deep, dark brown color on the stew, you'll be able to watch this and you'll be able to figure it out. Same with everybody out there. What I want to go ahead and point out with stewed chicken, the top things to pay attention to. Number one, when you are caramelizing sugar, make sure you're careful, because if that gets up on you, on your skin, it will scar you, because it will harden instantly when it hits your skin, but it will continue to heat, it will continue to cook your skin. You know, it's about as bad, I think it's worse than a steam burn. So be careful when you are dropping anything into it. Basically, when you take your pot or your bowl with the chicken, face it away from you when you're dropping it in. Alright? Don't get scared when you hear it sizzling. It's going to do that. But so long as you don't flip back or do nothing crazy, that caramel doesn't have a chance to pop up on you, to spew up on you. Alright? Well, now that that's out the way, the other thing you need to pay attention to when you're caramelizing meats, the deeper the amber, like the darker the brown you get, is going to enhance the flavor. It's going to give you a deeper and richer flavor. So it's kind of, you may not get it on your first try, but if you go through a couple times and you fiddle with it and find your right niche for it, you'll get it. But you are going to be bordering, it's like roux, like I said, it's like a Cajun or a Creole's roux. You'd be bordering right on, well, you'd be bordering on burnt and not burnt. You gotta watch that caramel, it's gonna get real dark. Alright, but so make sure it's not black, because if it's black, you don't probably burnt it, and your food, your stewed chicken's gonna turn out bitter. If you get it to that point where you need it, you should come out with a rich flavor, rich taste in stew. You should get a nice brownness to it. Basically, let me go ahead and show you what it looks like when it's complete. Alright? See, I took it to the right kind of brown you need, because this is how you want a proper pot of stewed chicken to look. Alright, now when you get it deep and nice and caramelized, this is what it should look like. Alright, so this is one component, your main entree to a proper Sunday meal. Your Sunday meal, at least in my family, will include stewed chicken as the main entree. You're going to have a side of callaloo, macaroni pie, lentils, a side salad of cucumber and tomatoes with a little watercress, and you're going to have some sorrel, you know, or in my grandmother's case, you'll have a nice English tea with a little bit of condensed milk in it. That's the British in us, you know. We were British ruled forever in Trinidad. But anyways, this is the first in my series on a proper Sunday meal. I'll go ahead and I will be posting up recipes and visual instruction on how to do the other elements, at least like callaloo, macaroni pie, lentils, etc. I'll be posting all that up for you guys in the coming weeks or whatever. So just wanted to say thanks for watching. Keep watching, and if you really want to learn that Trinidadian style, go ahead and come back here, and I got you covered. Alright? This is Javon. Peace.